Hello, we are watching the news broadcast daily and following today's headlines.
Prime Minister Nguyễn Tấn Dũng works with Bình Thuận Province on socio-economic development. The capital city of Hanoi welcomes 2.08 million tourists during the traditional Lunar New Year festival. Yên Tử, one of the biggest festivals in the north of Vietnam, opens in Quảng Ninh province.
Prime Minister Nguyễn Tấn Dũng has asked Central Bình Thuận Province to pay more attention to agricultural development and new rural area building. He made the request while working with the provincial leaders on February 18th.
At the working session, Prime Minister Dũng spoke highly of efforts and achievements the province has made in all fields, evidently a growth rate of 8.8% in 2012. He stressed that Bình Thuận should make full use of its potential and advantages while focusing efforts on overcoming shortcomings and weaknesses in order to develop in a steady and sustainable way. Bình Thuận should concentrate on its key products such as wet rice and dragon fruit, as well as rubber cultivation and fisheries. The province also needs to broaden markets for its agricultural products and develop their quality and trademarks. The Prime Minister suggested Bình Thuận to attract more investment and resources to improve its systems of transport, irrigation, electricity, and water supply, while focusing on training high-quality human resources. At the same time, the province should continue to better healthcare and education sectors, step up poverty reduction, and improve state management of land and natural resources, he said. Earlier, Dũng visited an irrigation work on Quao River in Hàm Thuận Bắc district. It has the capacity of storing 73 million cubic meters of water for 8,120 hectares of agricultural land in the district and residents in Phan Thiết City.
Secretary of the Party Central Committee Đinh Thế Huynh had a meeting with the press on February 19th. He called on pressmen nationwide to disseminate information on the nation's renewal process in a thorough, profound and righteous manner.
At the meeting, Huynh, who is a Politburo member and head of the Party Central Committee's Commission for Popularization and Education, said 2013 is a significant year for implementing the resolution of the 11th National Party Congress and the 10-year socio-economic development strategy designed to turn Vietnam into a modern-oriented industrialized nation by 2020. He said in the immediate term, media agencies need to disseminate the party's resolution and those of the National Assembly and government public opinions on the draft amendments to the 1992 Constitution and national patriotic movements. Huynh highlighted journalists' contributions to the implementation of the Party Central Committee's resolution on the party building work. He commended media agencies on their diverse information and new contents and take note of their efforts in fulfilling the assigned political task of disseminating all resolutions, the studying and following President Ho Chi Minh's moral example campaign, socio-economic development tasks, and the safeguarding of national sovereignty.
The capital city of Hanoi welcomed 2,080,000 tourists, including 60,000 foreigners, during the traditional Lunar New Year festival. The figure represented a year-on-year rise of 11%. Let's take a look.
According to the Municipal Department of Culture, Sports and Tourism, the Thăng Long Imperial Citadel, President Ho Chi Minh Relic Complex, Ngọc Sơn Temple, the Hanoi Old Quarter, and the Museum of Ethnology were among favorite tourist destinations. To lure domestic and foreign tourists, Hanoi decorated its main streets and public spaces with a range of flowers and lights, as well as organized a series of cultural and artistic activities. Travel agencies have offered many attractive tours that focus on exploring the traditional culture of Hanoi during Tết. Meanwhile, more than 20,000 tourists flocked to Phong Nha Kẻ Bàng National Park in Central Quảng Bình Province during the festival, up 44% against the same period last year. Since 2003, the park has greeted nearly 4 million tourists, 98,000 of them foreigners. Phong Nha Kẻ Bàng plans to welcome the 4 millionth visitor and the 100,000th foreigner this April, when it marks the 10th anniversary of its recognition as a World Natural Heritage Site.
Vietnam's 2012 wood exports surpassed $4.6 billion, an 18% increase from last year. However, the profits of wood processing companies decreased remarkably. The domestic market, which consumes $3 to $4 billion worth of furniture, has been left to foreign businesses. We'll see what happens with the sector.
Vietnam's wood export industry has a lot of growth potential. The U.S. market imported around $47 billion worth of furniture in 2012, but Vietnam's exports to the country reached only $1.5 billion. The question is how to have the country's wood processing companies operate effectively as input costs continue to increase and import materials are unstable. In the current difficult situation, foreign distributors strictly control prices, causing difficulties for local processors. When Vietnamese exporters have channels to sell their products, many difficulties will be addressed. Many experts estimate Vietnam buys $3 to $4 billion worth of furniture per annum, nearly equal to its export revenue in 2012. However, the domestic market is dominated by businesses from Thailand and China. Vietnamese businesses face a lot of difficulties if they want to sell their products in the local market. For businesses to operate in the domestic market, they must establish an administration system in tune with the export market. Finance isn't obstructing us from returning to the local market. The problem is the difference between establishing an administration system for large-scale production and a system for small-scale production. To win back control of the domestic market, a distribution network is needed so manufacturers can cooperate and come to agreements. The debut of the South Asia Furniture, an alliance of 12 good exporters, is considered the first step in this strategy. Entering the retail market, we must ensure a supply of goods. If we cannot meet customers' demands, we will lose their trust. Internationally standardized furniture showrooms will open in Ho Chi Minh City and many other localities nationwide to form a standardized furniture distribution model. The industry's moves to cater for both international and domestic markets benefits Vietnamese wood processing companies, but also affirm the Vietnamese woodwork trademark.
The sacred Buddhist land of Yên Tử in northeastern Quảng Ninh province received the Special National Relic Certificate on February 18th. The event was coincided with the opening of the Yên Tử Festival, one of the biggest festivals in northern Vietnam. We have more.
Speaking at the ceremony, Deputy Prime Minister Nguyễn Thiện Nhân stressed the merit of King Monk Trần Nhân Tông, who established the Trúc Lâm Yên Tử Zen sect as a foundation for Vietnam Buddhism. Yên Tử Festival was opened with an incense offering ceremony with the participation of Vice State President Nguyễn Thị Doan, representatives from the Vietnam Buddhist Sangha, monks, nuns, followers, and visitors from different corners of the country. A wide range of rituals and processions took place to pray for peace for the nation and prosperity for people. Art performances, including drum shows and lion dances, also formed part of the opening of the festival. The 3-month festival is expected to see over 3 million pilgrims and visitors. Yên Tử was listed as Special National Relic on September 27, 2012. In November, it was selected as one of the 10 most attractive spiritual destinations in Vietnam by the Vietnam Records Organization.
And that is the end about news today. Thanks for watching and goodbye for now.